And now we've got our second guest in the studio here at East FM, and that is Yvonne Lau. Now, Yvonne's been here before, and I said in the promo earlier this morning that we're going to talk about the biggest organ in the body. And I said not to get excited because the biggest organ in the body is the skin. So we're going to give you the skinny on the skin this morning. Welcome along, Yvonne. Thanks for coming back to East FM. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me back.
So the skin.
Yes, the skin. So you put it really, really, really well. So a lot of people haven't think much about it. Skin health is actually something that we deal with every day, but probably don't think enough about it. So the skin, like I say, is actually the biggest organ in the body. So looking after your skin isn't just about appearance, it's the overall health. And I guess the biggest key point that I was wanting to bring up today is to really want you to talk about seeing a shift from skincare as part of the health routine and not just something cosmetic. And when we talk about skin health, when we talk about skin, people think about, cosmetic, you want to look pretty and everything else. But it's actually more than just that. And in New Zealand, because it's such an important topic about skin health, we are, I guess in Crawford Specialist Clinic, we're very passionate about skin, as you can already tell. Because skin health is not just about how it looks, it's also about prevention and also early detections, things like skin cancer and everything else. So that's kind of my passion, and that's what we really want to talk about today. So yeah.
And I guess to put it into layman's terms or blockage terms like I use all the time, I guess it's like a house. If you don't maintain your house, it starts to get a bit decrepit.
Definitely. Absolutely. That's a really good way of putting it, really.
So you mentioned you want to use skin treatments as a part of your sort of everyday activity.
Yeah, it is. So from a clinical perspective, so what we're trying to do is really shift the mindset towards prevention and early detection. So not just treating skin cancer or treating a skin damage or a skin problem. We want to prevent it. We want to help, I guess, having the knowledge and trying to get things better before it gets to the worst, right? So when your skin is actually healthy, it will act as a strong barrier, and it protects you from environmental change, infection, irritations, sort of things. But when the barrier is actually compromised, that's when you start to see issues like sensitivity, inflammation, or worse, long-term damage. And that's what we head into skin cancer and things like that. So really, and the other thing is, if you regularly look after your skin, you are more familiar with it, then you are more likely to notice any changes. And that's your cue to get it checked. And so really a daily routine and a professional skin check kind of goes hand in hand. So yeah, that's kind of how it is.
So are we talking like stuff as basic as moisturizer, or is it?
Absolutely. A lot of people really undermine the importance of moisturizing. So the amount of people that comes in our clinic when I see cuts and bruises, bruises might be a little bit different story, but what we notice is that when the skin is actually not as moisturized, the skin tears easily and it repairs not as well or as quickly. When you have any kind of damage, skin damage, could it be from sun or from any trauma or anything else, it just heals a lot slower. So one of the, now that you brought up moisturizer, one of the things that really come in mind is a lot of people don't really understand or the proper way of putting moisturizer. Simple thing. Straight after shower would be the best time to put on moisturizer.
And why is that? Is that because the skin's more receptive to
because your pores are open at that time. So at that moment when you start putting, you don't even need to dry completely. Having a little bit of moisture in the body, it's okay. Maybe just pat dry. Have a box, have a pump lotion right next to your shower box. Start pumping, start lathering on. That's when your pores are all open, and when you have the moisturizer, it absorbs better, and that's you will see the best result. Because a lot of people, they say, I put on moisturizer every day, but I don't see any improvement. That's because you're not doing it right. When you do it right, and you will see a great result. So it's easy. Straight after shower, put it on, and the body will absorb much better. Then you will start to see improvement, and you see the skin barrier getting stronger. It heals better, just in general, even if you have to go through treatment, could it be for cosmetic, or could it be, so for example, warts, or a superficial skin cancer when you have liquid nitrogen, or cryotherapy we called it. Having a really good base as a really moisturized, a really good skin barrier will help the repair a lot quicker and better.
And is it, this is probably going to sound like a silly question, but is good skin hereditary?
Yes and no, but a lot of that, yes, obviously, when you start off with a good base, yes, but if you don't maintain that, it gets really, really bad.
Yes.
If you think about babies, most of them...
I was going to mention babies, but yes.
They have really good skin. We all start off with really good skin. Well, unless you have eczema, that's a different story. But then in general, we do have really good skin. It's about looking after them. And in New Zealand, I guess the biggest problem that we have is the UV. I've mentioned it so many times. A lot of people don't realize what the sun can actually do. It's not just about giving you pigmentation. It's also, it can cause aging as well. So that's the sun damage and everything else. So if you have really good sun protection, that would actually help anti-aging, looking good, and keeping your skin really, healthy and that sort of thing. So that comes back to the simple routine of your skincare. We're not talking about just from a cosmetic perspective. We're talking about from a skin health. How do you look after your skin? So start off with cleansing. You wash off the dirt, you wash off the impurity. You need, obviously, something that will suit you, but in general, something gentle will do. And then your next step, you will have your treatment, your functions, like your serum, your moisturizer, depending on what you're actually looking for. Those are the things that you target towards too. So you start help with repairing, and you build the barrier. And the last step, which is the most important part, which is protecting them, which a lot of people don't really think about, that sunscreen. Sunscreen is your best protection. And the other myth, I suppose, and one of the common mistakes that people think, oh, it's cloudy today, it's raining today,
I won't need my sunscreen.
Exactly, because it's not hot. That's not true, because you can still get UV, especially in Australia and New Zealand. It is such an important thing. Even on cloudy days, I would still recommend having your sunscreen on just to protect you. And trust me, if you do that consistently with the sunscreen, you will get really good skin. You will start to get really good skin because you're actually preventing the anti-aging. So as simple as that. So from a skin routine, looking after your skin perspective, you don't need something that's overcomplicating. Consistency is the most important thing. Yes. So cleaning, make sure it's nice and clean. Your treatment, your serums, your moisturizer, anything, whatever that you want to do with it. And the last step, protection. If you do all those three things, I promise you, you're going to start getting really good skin. Yeah.
Here's a question, sort of involving me. Is sunscreen moisturizer or vice versa, or are they different?
They are a lot of sunscreen. There's so many products out there.
Sure.
The bottom line of a sunscreen, it's actually more of a barrier, more of a protection. Some will actually put in some vitamins or some sort of moisturizer. At the end of the day, you do need to have some sort of moisturizing component to be able to apply and stick onto your body. But I wouldn't rely 100% on them being the pure just moisturizing purposes. Their function is more for protecting you. I guess depends on what you choose. It's a bit of both, but I'll be leaning towards more of a protective barrier than relying on as a pure moisturizer.
And the other thing, we don't really want to get into commercialities here, but I mean, there's a heck of a difference between the price range for this moisturizer as opposed to that moisturizer.
Yes.
Is that dependent on quality?
Yes.
Or is it dependent on name?
To be honest, a lot of them will be on brand.
Yes.
That's my personal opinion. And what I notice is that although we do say internet's probably not your most reliable sources, but they are actually consumer, research or reports out there, and they do a testing, and that's when you can actually see like different brands, they have different results. And I guess that's also give you a bit of confidence in terms of what products to choose. So in our clinic, there are certain products that we choose that we would recommend.
Yes.
But also depends on what your needs and what you are wanting. So that ranges from just your normal daily routine up to, say, your sunscreen, so simple things like that. So we do give that sort of advice at our skin clinic. There are also, now that we talk about skin routine and everything else, skincare products, we do recommend certain skin products, but that is after consultation, obviously, because everyone's skin's a bit different.
Sure.
We will take that into consideration and also what you're looking for, and we do provide that consultations. So yeah, and there are times where we will run special events that we will have product trials on skin products. So that's also the one of the service that we're providing at Crawford specialist clinics. So yeah, if anyone that's interested, really watch that space. We do that from time to time. Yeah.
And is it well, it's probably not a psychological thing, but it's a societal thing. And we talked about this a little bit with Craig before. 20 years ago, you wouldn't have thought twice about, well, some people would have, but most people wouldn't have thought twice about skincare.
No, not at all.
And they, if anything, blokes I'm talking about more than women, they was, oh, mate, I don't need skincare. Tough as teak, me. But that's completely wrong, isn't it?
Well, that's... I wouldn't want to say it's completely wrong. It's like, you're right. It's actually more of a psychological... If anything, it's actually more of a psychosocial. It's about how society sees things. But nowadays, things are changing. That's what I'm noticing now. And that's also where we come in as a clinician and trying to do that education part, trying to make that shift from seeing skin health being a cosmetic, about looking good, looking pretty, to your normal daily routine. It's skin health. It's looking after the biggest part of the organs. So that's the key thing. And with social medias, with education that's going on nowadays, people are getting more accessible to hopefully correct information, but certainly definitely more information. And I'm definitely seeing a shift in that. So we do have patients that come to us that ask about, how do I look after my skin? And trust me, a lot of them are actually blokes.
Yeah, nowadays. Yeah, oh, for sure, yeah. Oops. Just 1 second. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I think my thumb must have grazed the enter button when it shouldn't have.
Okay.
Bit of a musical interlude there from Mungo Jerry. Right, back to the topic at hand. Yeah. If I present with, as an example, dry skin, what would be your first step or your recommendation?
Well, it really depends on what you're looking for, but the basic...
Or even flaky skin.
Yeah, there you go. The basic, really, it's going back to the basic, like finding out what you're actually using. A lot of people, I guess, still chose soap over, nowadays there's a lot of soap substitute. That's the other way of putting it. And we have like a lot of them commercialized. We have a lot of like shower gels that has all sorts of different ingredients in it. So my recommendation is always going back to the basics. So as long as you choose something that is non-irritants, keeping it simple. So no fragrance, it's usually the preferred ones. And it's good. Sometimes you have the extra vitamins here and there. They are bonus onto it, but coming back to the basic, it's really using the right product that is low irritants, non-fragrance, moisturizing after shower, same thing, no irritants, no fragrance, keeping it simple, consistency, that's the important part. And now that we're heading into winter, I would already call the months, people are liking their hot bath, their hot shower.
Yes.
Yeah, they're great, but also they can actually strip away the good oils, so they do make your skin a lot drier as well. So that's one of the things that we notice when we do skin checks, is that a lot of them, the back tends to be the driest part. obviously, when you're having shower, you just love having that hot shower feeling. That's it, hitting onto the back. And then after shower, it's probably a really difficult part for you to put moisturizer.
Sure, if you're on your own. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're noticing as well. And then we'll be like, maybe not so hot when it comes to that. But yeah, it's really simple things to tweak around. At the end of the day, it's still coming back to consistency. And one thing that's really important is drinking enough water.
Okay, I knew that was going to be in it somewhere. It seems to be the cure-all for everything.
Yes, well, kind of.
Pretty close,
true.
yeah.
Yes.
So why is that important? Why is it important to be hydrated?
Well, obviously, when your body...
Well, from a skin perspective.
Yeah, so obviously when your body is actually dry, and you will notice that your skin does become drier as well. And then it comes back to how great is your skin integrity going to be if the skin is really dry. You will also notice that when your skin are nice and dry, and it can become a little bit wrinkly. So when from a cosmetic perspective, also when it's dry, and you will probably get cuts really easily. So because that skin barrier is actually not as strong, it's not as resilient. It's probably not going to repair as well. So hydrating, coming back to it, whether it's from the inside, drinking plenty of water, or putting on moisturizer on the outside, it's really important from you target it from the in and out. So moisturizing, it's really important. Being from a drinking or taking in the intake or actually topical, you can't just ignore one of them. Yeah.
If we flip that around a little bit, and I say to you, what about sweat?
Well, let's just say sweat is actually just, I guess it's just how your body kind of reacts, really. It's sweating at the end of the day is really getting rid of the toxin, the yucky stuff from the body. So obviously when you're sweating, you will notice that your body will be thirsty it's crying for more water and things like. Don't ignore it. Drink. You probably are not going to sweat as much during winter time.
No, sure.
Yeah, but it's also really important that you keep hydrating as well, because you're more likely to be in a heated room with air conditioning and everything else. They do actually dry up your skin quite easily as well. So having plenty of water, really important. No matter what season it is, it's always the case. It's like when you tell your children, drink water, drink water, drink water. It's really important that you do it as well.
And is it still like the 2 or 3 litres a day? Is that or 2 litres or something like that?
You know what? It's a minimum of 2 litres.
Okay,
but the more the merrier. They say 8 glass of water. That turns out to be around 2 litres. But hey. Honestly, how many of us actually drink 2 litres of water?
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah.
But hey, it's being conscious about it. Drinking it doesn't have to be pure water. It can't be coffee or tea. As long as you're getting fluid, soup, those other things. So getting in is the most important part. Consistent, coming back to consistent all the way through. Yeah. All
right. So I've decided that I want to get my skin checked, and I want to get you guys to do it. How do I go about it? What's my first step?
So you can actually, you don't need a referral. You don't need a doctor's referral. You can come straight to us at Crawford Specialist Clinic. We are at number 12 Picton Street. We are a division of Crawford Medical. So all you need to do is give us a call or just come straight in and let us know what sort of what service that you're looking for. Obviously, skin clinic, we do the full body skin check, mole mapping. That's the other way of putting it. We do also have a dermatologist that comes every week. We do also handle his booking as well, so he will be looking more from a medical perspective in terms of how, if you have any skin concern. So start that conversation, come on in, and our friendly reception team can help you with it and guide you and make the most appropriate guides and show you where to go next.
And there's contact details on the Crawford Medical website, or have you got a separate website?
We do actually have the same website that you can actually divert into. We are now in the process, I don't know how many of you actually noticed that, but Crawford Medical Centre, we're now growing, we're getting bigger.
God, it's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge now. I was there the other day.
Oh yes, we now have 5 buildings, and we have a new change in our logo. So obviously with all of this new aesthetic change, changes. It comes to upgrading our website as well. We are in the process of getting it there. We're getting there. Some of the information in the old website may require a little bit of updating, but bear with us. We're getting there. But contact details are definitely on the website, and call the number on it if I'm sure the reception is going to divert you to the right place. And start that conversation.
And I guess, we've all got tongues in our heads. You can ask questions.
Yes. Yes. So, obviously, the other thing is, whenever you actually go visit your GP, even though it's from a regular perspective or just say taking your repeats and meds and everything else, it's always good to actually start a conversation about skin. Asking our friendly GPs about, if you're unsure about anything, they will guide you, they will show you, and at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Helping.
And I think you mentioned it along with the consistency thing, but early detection's key too, isn't it?
Definitely.
Like if you feel there's something going on, don't put it out of your mind, do something about it.
Absolutely. So things to watch out for, as I already mentioned it before. So if something just start to came out of the blue, so something starts to become a bit crusty, a bit itchy, or you notice that a mole or a pigmentation is starting to change, and especially in a really short time. If you're unsure, you can always start off with taking a photo, and in 4 or 6 weeks' time, take another photo and then have a look whether things have changed. But absolutely, if you're unsure, get them checked. Don't wait. Early detection is the key to early treatments and preventions. That's what we're actually talking about.
Pretty neat everything.
Exactly. It's all about that.
Even, I used to be a runner, and, you get a bit of a twinge in your leg, and you think, that's nothing to worry about. But you should get that checked out. Always,
because you never know. And plus, it's always good to have that extra security, knowing that
everything's okay. It's up here, isn't it? You think...
Yeah. It's really all about that too. And hey, look, we're a really friendly team. We love having you around. We love chatting, and then also that's your opportunity to ask questions and learn about, I guess, extra information, knowledge, and that's not only just going to help you, but probably the whole family as well. So come on in.
One final question. Because we live in a multiracial society these days, are there different needs for different cultures?
Yes and no. I think that have a lot to do with lifestyle. So obviously, Kiwis love our sun. We love being under. We spend a lot of time outdoors. Compared to if you have someone who's recently migrated to New Zealand, they may still have a very different lifestyle. They may choose to not enjoy the sun as much, and you do actually see a huge difference in their skin. But that comes back to sun protection, sun damage, that sort of, and that, I guess, also, I can't really say mentality, but it's really a choice of lifestyle and also what they are being taught as a kid. So one of the very simple difference, a huge significant difference that we notice is that so Kiwis, we tend to probably like being tan, having olive skin, and having olive skin is being seen as really healthy. But when for someone who's probably from an Asian country, they see being pale, they use the word white, but that not necessarily meaning it's color white. It's more of they like the glowy, the brightening, that really fair color. It's more of their preference. So that straight away is already a huge difference in terms of how you're going to treat in terms of their skincare routine, and what they're wanting to achieve. So yes, to come back to your question, a lot of them have to do with lifestyle and a cultural background. Yep.
And that's kind of where the porcelain skin thing comes from, isn't it, for northern hemisphere people?
Absolutely, definitely, yes. But hey, it doesn't mean that look, someone who is brought up here, it's not gonna not have that porcelain skin that we're talking about. It's once again coming back to your daily routine and what are you doing with your skin and how do you look after them.
All right, so the takeaway here, folks, is if you're not moisturising, you should be. So do that straight away. That's Yvonne's answer to that. So thank you, Yvonne, for coming in. I really appreciate it. I mean, we learn so much. We take everything for granted, but we probably shouldn't. But we learn every time you come in and the people from Crawford come in. We learn so much. It's fantastic.
That's absolutely, that's the key thing that we wanted to do and share to the community. And and really at the end of the day, it's really wanting to see the key shift from treating to prevention, early detection. That's what we're wanting to achieve.
Yeah, to use another really tired old cliche, it's the ambulance at the top of the cliff as opposed to the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it. That's Yvonne Lau, folks. She's from the Crawford Skin Clinic up there in the ever-growing monopoly empire, call it what you will, that is the Crawford Medical.